Hey guys, it's Matt Bartram here from Warrior Fitness and Health, and in this short vlog I'm going to cover, could fasting assist you in your weight management? Right, so here's the deal. Clients have been asking me to cover fasting for weeks, if not months. I'm not going to lie, I've dodged it because fasting as a nutritional strategy can be very marmite. People either love it or they hate it, and people have got really strong views on it. It is time for me to cover it though, so I can get the data out there. But I'm going to start with a disclaimer. So, disclaimer number one is during your fasting time, you should still be having fluids. And approved fluids in most fasting protocols are water, black tea, black coffee, maybe a small bit of sugar-free squash. But you should be drinking and hydrating your body, but nothing with any significant calories in. During your eating window, and I'll go on to what these both mean in a minute, but during your eating window, you should still be eating healthy, nutritious, real food. Just because you've done a period of fasting does not mean that during my eating window, I can trough on absolutely everything I like because I've earned it during a fast. That's not the protocol. Third disclaimer, specific to this vlog, there's no religious content in this vlog. This is fasting as a nutritional strategy only. I know fasting can be linked to lots of religions. I'm not going into that here. I'm talking about as a nutrition strategy. There may be times during this vlog I need to take a drink every now and again. I've got a bit of a head cold, my throat keeps drying up. In fact, this is filming number 4 and I'm hoping I can get through all this without coughing and spluttering. But just bear with me with this one, bear with me. Right, so what I'm going to cover in this vlog, I'm going to cover what fasting is. I'm going to cover the 3 main fasting strategies that are common worldwide. I'm going to cover some of the advantages and disadvantages of fasting. And then last but not least, I'm going to tell you what I really think about fasting. And that is opinion-based only. But it's based on my experimentation, it's based on my scientific knowledge about that data. So, let's go straight in. What is fasting? Well, let me tell you first things first. You already do fasting, you probably don't realise. From your last bit of food on the day or the evening, and then you go to sleep, and then you get up in the morning and at some point you have breakfast or a cup of tea or coffee, you're already fasting in that time. So if you have tea at 7:30 of a night, you go to bed, you get up in the morning, you have breakfast at 7:30, you have fasted from 7:30 till 7:30 the next day. So you've already done a 12-hour fast. So majority of us already do fasting. Yes, some athletes set their alarm for early hours of the morning to knock back a protein shake or something because they're on very strict guidelines for muscle building, this and that. But the majority of us, we have our last meal of the night or a snack while we're watching telly overnight. We're then fasting until meal 1 of the next day. So we already do it. Right, but what actually is fasting? It's a structured period of time that you decide that you're not going to eat and you're only going to have one of the 3 fluids, the water, the tea, the coffee. And it's got to fit in around your lifestyle. So that's what fasting is. It's you saying between this time and this time, I don't eat. That's my nutritional strategy in line with the goal I'm trying to get to. That's all it is. It's a period of time you don't allow yourself any food. And it's not, well, I can have that, I might have this, a little bit of this. It's no food. It's no food in that time. So let's go on to point number 2. What are the common types of fasting? These are in no specific order, but there's many types of fasting protocols. I've picked what I consider to be the top 3 that I've come across, I've used with clients, I've looked at the data. These are my top 3 that I see commonly used worldwide. The first one is the 16-8 protocol. So what that means is that you're going to fast for 16 hours and then you're going to allow food in an 8-hour window. So what this may look like, although you can choose your own hours around your shifts, your family, your work, your commitments. What this may look like as an example, you may have your tea at 6 p.m. of an evening. You're then going to have no more food all the way through to 10 a.m. the next day. So it's 16 hours without food, but you're consuming water, maybe black coffee, maybe black tea, to keep you hydrated. All you're saying is between this time and this time, 16 hours, there's no food. You're then going to have your eating window, and your eating window is going to be between 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. And again, you choose your hours around your schedule. But on my example, so you might have meal 1 at 10 o'clock, you might have meal 2 at 1:30, 2, you might have meal 3 at 5:30, 6, and then the 16:8 starts again. And again, as part of my disclaimer, during your eating window, you should be eating real, healthy, nutritious food that's going to fuel your body. It's not an opportunity for you to say, I've fasted for 16 hours, I'm having McDonald's, I'm having a curry, and I'm having loads of dessert. That's not what the nutritional fasting protocol is. So that's version number 1. It's 16-8. Yeah, you can do 15-7 or any sort of combination of that sort of stuff, but you know where I'm going with this. Again, it's times to suit you. Strategy number 2. You may have heard of this one. This is called the 5-2 protocol. What that means is for 5 days of the week, you're going to eat as you normally would. Whatever your eating pattern is at the minute. Your normal food, your normal calories, your normal timings, your normal portions. And then for 2 days of the week, ideally together, you're going to reduce your calories to 500 to 600 calories per day. Now, that's not a lot. That is not a lot. So in a nutshell, you're going to eat normal amount of calories, normal amount of food that you would normally eat. And then on 2 days, you're going to eat between 500 to 600 calories, which means calorie counting. So what can work really well with this one, if you've got a traditional Monday to Friday job, on a Thursday and a Friday, you limit yourself to 500 to 600 calories, and then Saturday to Wednesday, it's your normal eating plan. In my experience with clients, if they're doing the 5-2, they don't get on so well with fasting of a weekend, because weekend are with the families, treats, takeaways, alcohol, this. So it doesn't work so well on your days off when you want to do some different stuff than what you would do at work. But that's strategy number 2. Strategy number 3 is what's called eat, stop, eat. This is on the harsher end of the scale. So eat, stop, eat means that you're going to pick 1 or 2 days of the week. If you're picking 2 days, they are never together. So it might be a Wednesday and a Saturday, a Monday or a Friday, whatever 2 days it is, or it might be 1 day a week. And for that 1 day, you are going to fast for 24 hours. And that means eat, stop, eat. So you're going to be eating for so many days, and then for 1 day, you're going to stop. Then you're going to be eating for so many days, and then you're going to stop. And you're going to stop for 24 hours, and you're only consuming water, black coffee, black tea. So again, what is fasting? It's a structured amount of time that you decide you are not eating, and you're only going to drink water, black tea, black coffee. My 3 most common methods that I've seen out there from a scientific data point of view and used worldwide is the 16-8, 16 hours fast, 8-hour eating every day. It's the 5-2 where you're eating your normal plan for 5 days, and then for 2 days you restrict to 500 to 600 calories. Or there's the eat, stop, eat, where a maximum of 2 days a week, never together, you say, I don't eat for 24 hours. I only hydrate my body. Let's go on to some of the advantages and disadvantages. And I've wrote these down because I don't want to miss anything. This is an important vlog. I don't want to miss anything. Right, so some of the advantages. Loads and loads and loads and loads of people get real great weight management, weight loss results with fasting. And it comes down to as simple as this. Any fasting protocol reduces your calories over the week, as long as you're eating healthy in your eating window. Loads of people have success with this if they can stick to the fasting protocol, because it comes down to one thing, like many other diets and many other nutritional plans do. it's a way of you reducing your calories and being a bit strict with yourself and reducing the treats. So that's advantage number one. Advantage number two, it sounds really, really strict, but it gives you so much freedom. It gives you freedom because you know when you're eating, you know when you're not eating. Let me give you an example. You've got an office-based job. You've decided that you're fasting from when you get into work until 2 in the afternoon. Somebody brings donuts, cakes, treats, sweets, chocolates in. You're not thinking then, can I have one of them? Shall I have half a cookie? Shall I pick someone and have half a donut with? Maybe 3 sweets isn't going to hurt. It gives freedom because, no, I'm not, because I'm fasting. That's that. Or, yes, I'll choose to have one now because it's within my eating window. Fasting gives freedom because it tells you exactly when you're eating, it tells you exactly when you're not eating, and it frees up the mind to crack on with other stuff. You haven't got the debates. Shall I have a biscuit with my cup of coffee? Well, no, because if you're in your fasting time, then there is no biscuits. In fact, your coffee should only be black. So the strictness and the routine and the structure gives freedom for other business. Right. Advantage number 3. Now, this is massive, and I haven't got time to go into this massively, but just Google it. This is massive. Near enough every fasting protocol is scientifically proven to improve every health system within your body. If you incorporate fasting, you are going to live longer. You are at a reduced risk of cancer, a reduced risk of stroke, a reduced risk of Alzheimer's, a reduced risk of dementia, reduced risk of type 2 diabetes, a reduced risk of obesity, and that's it, I've covered them all. Heart disease. High blood pressure is another one. Fasting is scientifically proven to make us healthier in every single area of life, moving forward, longevity, and a study on, they're still doing studies on humans at a minute, but the studies on every single animal they've done it on, if animals incorporate fasting, every single animal to date across all species that have been tested live longer. There's my main advantages. Right, 3. Lots of people get results. It gives freedom. It improves health. Now, that's not linked to weight management, but it's going to make you healthier if you fancy going fasting a go. Right, some of the disadvantages. Listen, disadvantage number 1, what I've seen. This ain't for everyone. Some people love eating food. Some people get real satisfaction from the ritual of cooking, chewing, tasting, smelling, the feeling of food entering the belly, that feeling of fullness. This isn't for everybody. If you really love your food and you can't skip a meal or a treat without going all hangry and cranky, fasting may not be for you. It's not for everyone, this isn't. It's a real good strategy, but it's got to match your personality. Disadvantage number 2. If you're prone to emotional eating, binge eating, stress eating, or you've previously had eating disorders, fasting may not be for you. And I'm just going to end that there. You know what your relationship with food is. If you've had a bit of a dodgy relationship with food before and it's led to some negativity in your life, fasting may not be for you. Don't explore it. Disadvantage number 3. Some people really struggle to eat healthy in their eating window because they think they've earned a binge. Okay? We should all be eating healthily throughout the day using the 80-20 rule. 80% healthy, nutritious food, 20% treats, unless we're training for some sort of specific event, etc. Some people I've found, especially some clients, they struggle to eat healthy in their eating window because they've gone that hungry during the fasting window. They think they're entitled to everything. So that can be a major disadvantage. In fact, I've seen some people that incorporate fasting and then they eat more junk than they would have done if they wasn't fasting. So just be careful of that one. Right. Vlog's coming up to 15 minutes. I need to wrap this up now because I did say in this short vlog and it's not so short because we're talking fasting. Right, item number 4, what do I think of it? I'm not going to lie. Every now and again in my training periods, I'll use the 16-8 fasting protocol. I'll get great results from that. Cognitively, I'm on it. It doesn't affect my training. It suits my body really, really well. It suits my lifestyle. It suits my workload. I'll get on with it really well. It takes me a couple of days to get into it and get used to it and getting used to the hunger and this, that and the other. But do I use it? Yes. Do I use it all the time? No. I dip in and out of it. Would I use it for the rest of my life? Not every single day, but I can commonly do 2 months of it, and then I'll do the non-fasting approach and this. So do I use it? Yes. Do I use fasting with a client? Yes. Do I get success with my clients? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Depends on their personality and whether they can stick to it and how they get on with it. Another thing I do occasionally, the eat, stop, eat principle. Occasionally I'll have one day where I don't have any food for 24 hours. And that's purely just to give my digestive system a break. I eat 4 to 5 meals a day, and sometimes I just go, you know what, I'm not eating for the next 24 hours because I want to give my digestive system a break. I want to give it a bit of a clear, and then I'm going to crack on the next day. How often do I do that? Once every 4 to 8 weeks, whenever I feel the need to do it. It's very hit and miss. Would I recommend fasting to you? I'm not going to recommend it. I'm not going to diss it. You've got all the data now. The best thing you can do is maybe experiment with it the odd day. See how you get on with it. See if it fits in with your structure. See if it fits in with your personality. It's definitely worth a try. Like all the rest of the eating approaches are. Like the clean eating, the vegetarians, the Weight Watchers, the slim fasts, the vegans, the juicy. This is just another method to get you towards your goals. That's it. It's been a long one. Right, that's fasting. Thank you very much for taking the time to give me some subject matter for this, because you've been asking for it for a while. If you found this content useful, please press the like button and share it. If you'd like to know any more about my work, do a search on social media for Matt Bartram PT, or go to my website, www.personaltrainertamworth.com. I love you all loads. Let me know what you think about fasting. Let me know what you think about his vlog. Let me know if you incorporate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.